Come along with me today on my garage sale hunting, on my travels to garage sales. This is the first one I'm coming to today, and it's a pretty good one. This is a Gucci silk scarf. The very first thing I saw today is a Gucci silk scarf, so I think I'm going to pick that up. And if you like this video, make a comment that you like it, and I'll go ahead and do more of my garage sale hunting videos. I'll make next week I'll do another one. So if you like to see all the things that I see today on my garage sale travels, tell me a good comment and I'll do it again next week. But I picked up this Gucci silk scarf framed and I put it over by the truck, and I'm looking for some more stuff. And I noticed this table there. That table right there is a nice table. Too bad I don't have room for it today, but then the seats need to be recovered. But this is a really good vintage bent metal table with glass top. Those are really collectible. Any type you had the vintage 1970 tables with bent tubular metal. Those are very collectible. I'm not crazy about the glass top, and the cushions needed redone, so I passed on that one. I always try to tell people, go to garage sales, pick up whatever you need at a garage sale, and save some money. Save some money, and you get out in the sun, get out, get some fresh air, get some sun. But you do not want to buy mattresses. I don't recommend buying mattresses at garage sales, but everything else, tools. A lot of tools today. A lot of tools. Every week I see suitcases. Suitcases and clothes. Suitcases and clothes. Now these are some pretty good stools here. These red stools were these were nice, but they weren't old enough or vintage for me, so I passed on those stools. Garage sailing can be fun. Take the whole family out for an afternoon, a morning, afternoon trip. Garage sailing can be fun. Now this sale here was interesting. They had a lot of carving from Africa. Painting was a nice folk art painting. This was an interesting sale. Lots of arts and crafts. Unfortunately, they were priced a little too high, but most people were happy at it. Most people were having a good time at this sale. They were happy. Now this was another interesting sale. Here we have a French bulldog. Notice the big ears on this fella. He's got some pretty big ears, and that's a French bulldog. And apparently they're pretty expensive. At this sale, there was a lot of good shoes, a lot of good clothing at this sale, so I did pick up a pair of battalion boots. Okay, so if you don't like the music in the background, leave a comment. Say, I'm not crazy about the music. If you want a next video, I go garage sale hunting. If you'd like to have it all live, and hear everybody talking, that might be a better option. But this is just the first take, the first experiment, if you will, on garage sale hunting, and I'm curious if anybody out there likes to see the treasures that someone might find on a weekend garage sale trip. This was a nice doghouse, and the pictures were prints. I don't I pass on the prints. You know, if you go garage sailing, make sure you take your magnifying glass or your loupe with you. And don't really waste any money on prints. Put your loupe on there. If it's a lithograph, or serigraph, or an oil painting, and you like it, buy it. But I don't really recommend buying prints. Now, I bought those 2 gloves there. Those 2 gloves I bought. And this this thing here, trench art. This is a World War. Actually, it might be a Vietnam era shell. In World War II, they used to do some etching on those shells and they call it trench art. But I think that shell is from Vietnam era. So at this sale, I bought the 2 gloves and the empty shell casing. And I also bought a cooler. Yeah, that blue cooler there. I bought the blue cooler. I like to buy the coolers. See that blue cooler? You can store books in a cooler. Here's a great idea. If you have a lot of books or you got things that you want to store them in something, you can buy coolers pretty cheap at garage sales. Now this was a cool metal Southwest Indian sculpture-like thing. He wanted $50 for that, I believe. So this garage sale here had a lot of California Southwest Indian art. These people were originally from California, and they're moving out of the desert. The problem is when you move out of the desert, you have to get rid of all your collectibles. Too hard to move them. And it's difficult. It's difficult parting with your treasures, but it's a lot easier to move without them. Yes, so like I said, make a comment if you like the background music, if you don't like the background music. If you want to see another one of these next week, let me know. This was a nice fiberglass wall art. That thing was made out of fiberglass. You see a lot of interesting things at garage sales. Clothing. Lots and lots of clothing. Sometimes I wonder why anybody goes to the Macy's and the big stores and pay $100 for a blouse. Sometimes I wonder when I see these blouses for $4 and they've hardly been used. Some of them hardly ever been used, maybe not even washed once. Makes me wonder why people go to Macy's. This trailer, I believe this trailer was $700, $750. That's not too bad of a deal. (1970s) oil painting. And this print here, if this would have been a lithograph, I would have bought it. But it was not a lithograph, it ended up being a print. So I passed on that. That's why I say take your magnifying glass with you on your garage sale hunting. Take your magnifying glass, put your eye real close there. If you see thousands and thousands of little pixel dots, you know it's a print. If there's no pixel dots, then it very well could be a lithograph, serigraph. Now this sale, there are some sales you don't even have to get out of the truck. That was one of them. I filmed that from the truck. Didn't even have to get out of the truck. You know from the road it wasn't that great. Now, and there are some people who serve little snacks at the garage sales. That was an interesting item. Sculpture. Lots of clothing. Yep, you're looking for cheap clothing. Garage sales. And this is another sale. You don't even have to get out of the truck for this sale. I filmed this from the truck, and I said, you just can tell there's really nothing there that interested me. Now this sale was really interesting a manly sale. Tools, all kind of tools, and anything you'd ever need to fix up a house or anything. I mean, there's look at all the stuff. And this sale went all the way to the backyard in the sheds. Look, there was tools all the way back to the shed. So this was a garage sale paradise for a man, and this one here. Furniture. So go ahead and, like I said, leave a comment if you like the background music, and if you think I should do this again. If you think I should do this again next week, let me know. Now that Bobby head, that was if you go back, I can't go back on there, but that was a 1950s bobblehead.